Greetings, everyone. This is Dave Moore from the Pennsylvania Equality Project and PEP Radio. I'm the general manager of PEP Radio, and I have worked with Pennsylvania Equality Project since its founding in 2011 as Marriage Equality for Pennsylvania. I'm speaking to you candidly right now. I don't have a script and I don't have a newscast to share. What I would like to tell you is that the United States is approximately at the same place in history as 1934 Nazi Germany. We are at that level. How do I figure that? As one who has studied German history since 1982, as one who has taken over 700 students to the U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C., as one who has studied genocide for quite some time, I can solidly assure that the United States is marching down a path towards right-wing fascism that puts us solidly in 1934 Germany. The latest in the path towards fascism that should frighten all of us not only is a deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia to El Salvador, to the CICOT prison, and then bringing him back subsequently so he could stand trial for shuttling immigrants back and forth across the United States, which is complete bullshit. Comes now the story that President Trump, the pumpkin Fuhrer himself, is planning a visit to Alligator Alcatraz, where he can see the makeshift trailers that are being used as a prison camp for detainees that are going to be deported. The fact that he has bragged about using Guantanamo Bay as a prison camp for immigrants who are about to be deported. The fact that he has taken on the Supreme Court to the point that he has practically stripped them of any relevance whatsoever. The fact that he has pushed Congress to the point of passing his one big beautiful bill, which is frankly, in our words, the big ugly beautiful bill act, or BUBBA, to the point that it would strip 16 million people of Medicaid and kick them off their health care. The fact that it would destroy SNAP benefits for 7.4 million people. The fact that he wants to round up detainees and put them in concentration camps here in the United States takes us to 1934, when Dachau was relevant and a thing in Germany. We are living in dangerous times. The fact that he has attacked law firms who stand opposed to his beliefs and value system, the fact that he has gone after Harvard and Columbia and other universities because they stand for academic freedom, they stand for freedom of speech, and because they have allowed protests on campus in support of Palestinians who are living under duress and living under severe, harsh conditions in Gaza. The fact that he has created a checklist of nations that he will not allow their citizens to come to this country for any reason, including asylum. The fact that we have turned away so many asylum seekers, the fact that he has ICE agents in masks roaming the countryside from courthouse to courthouse while people are attending dutifully their court hearings on immigration and on asylum. This puts us right back in 1934 Nazi Germany. And I have to say unequivocally that Trump's regime vividly and clearly shows more than just signs of being a fascist dictatorship. We are living in, unabashedly, a dictatorship with Trump, who claimed on day one, and only day one, he would be a dictator. Well, we are well past January 20th. All of the damage that he has inflicted upon the LGBTQ plus community, the immigrant community, the impoverished community, people of color, on people who speak English as a second language. All of the damage caused is going to linger for generations. He has alienated our allies through tariffs. He has alienated our Canadian relatives and friends and neighbors to the north of us in ways unimaginable since 1812 is inexcusable. And we cannot continue to allow the Trump regime to linger as a festering cesspool that is dragging down this entire country. We must resist. And as Pride Month is ending, as LGBTQ plus folks are going back to their normal daily routines, as corporations are beginning to tear down their pride flags, we have to remember that pride exists 365, and if it's a leap year, 366 days out of the year. I am speaking to you now as candidly as I possibly can. We must do more. We have to stand up. We have to speak out. We have to run for office. We have to take back our government from a force that has become inconceivably and arguably demonstrably dangerous to our entire planet. I'm speaking from the Pep Radio studios. I hope you've listened, and I hope you'll begin to take action. If you agree with the points I've made, please subscribe to the Pep Radio channel. We'll continue to inform you about the latest news impacting the LGBTQ plus and other marginalized communities across Pennsylvania and throughout the United States, or the so-called United States for now. And one more point. It is impossible, absolutely impossible to survive in this world, in the United States, if this bill for our budget passes, because it will inevitably strip away so many rights and so much funding for valuable and much needed programs. As it is, USAID ends today, June 30th, 2025. It ends today, which means millions of children worldwide are going without vaccines, and millions of people are going without HIV preventive medication, and millions of people are losing the resources that the United States had been providing because Donald Trump pulled us out of the world community in order to boost his own ego. We must fight back. Time is of the essence. Please subscribe to this channel. Stay awake, folks. Stay tuned. We'll have more as further breaking news develops. Reporting from the Pep Radio studios, I'm Dave Moore.